Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I'm just really happy because it's a perfect endorsement for me because everybody knows this. If you were watching my shows in the past, you know how much water I would drink. And yung talagang constant and non-stop. Every time I'm asked, how are you able to maintain your good skin? I said that apart from getting my 8 hours of sleep every night, I really drink a lot of water. As in, yung si 500 ml bottle na yan, normally, I consume at least 10 bottles a day. But kung working nga, umaabot ng 12 to 16 because you have to keep your throat hydrated. Pero ito mali kasi it's cold. I drink room temperature or warm water. But
We do have here.
thank you. Naaliw lang ako talaga because when I tried the water, and when it was brought, because they had given me about 10 days ago, just to be sure, I said, ay masarap kasi madulas. And then sorry kung maarte about everything. Maarte hanggang sa tubig. So I was telling them na I'm pretty much a water connoisseur. Parang talaga, nagsusplurge ako sa tubig because I love water. But this was the one water talaga that comes in the it's a 5-gallon bottle, right? That I really like because I said that there's no residual aftertaste. That you really know that it is clean. And I was so worried when it was offered that it would be distilled. Kasi sinabihan ako ng doctor talaga na it's a misconception to be drinking distilled water because you took away all the minerals and the nutrients and the things that you need from that water. Yung akala, kasi parang naano tayo parang nauto yung before na parang you think that is it okay that I'm saying this? Okay. Because di ba there was a time na akala natin, parang maybe it was 10 or 15 years ago, and I think that's because of all the trips Filipinos would take to Hong Kong. Because I'll name it yung Watsons nila, di ba, was distilled. And then akala ng lahat na yun yung bongga. But when I went to the States and I had my executive check-up, they really emphasized the need to drink water that was not distilled because pag naging distilled nga daw, you lose all the minerals and everything else there. So when I found out it was purified, napa-thank you God ako. Sabi ko, I thank you. At least mapapanindigan ko talaga na ito yung iniinom ko.
We're very glad to hear that. We at Healthy Family is very glad to hear that. And for sure, as Miss Sharon also shared earlier, the process that the water undergoes, the purification process, it's untouched by human hands. So that's also a value that we are very proud of a Healthy Family.
Actually, what I liked most was that when I was reading up on it, because masipag naman ako magbasa talaga pag binigay sa akin yung the briefing materials na with 90,000 pesos you can have your own water refilling station. And I really think that it's important to instill entrepreneurship at a very affordable price. And based on the information that was given to me, you can actually recoup that kung masipag ka in about 4.5 months. So I think we should really encourage that with parang ako, regaluhan ko yung mga anak ko rather than bigyan ko sila na with that 90,000, di ba? I have no idea, I'm sorry, kung magkano yung bagong Xbox One and all those games that go with that, right? But I'll buy them na lang na water refilling station and at least meron pang sustainable income, nakapagbigay ka pa ng trabaho. So I don't know if you saw my IG post because I said that this was another check in my bucket list. And the reason it was another check in my bucket list was because that I have deals with almost all the big billionaire families, but I had no Ayala deal. So So, nung nalaman ko that it is Manila Water and owned by Ayala, sabi ko, thank you God na kumpleto na. Na parang sabi ko, lahat ng nandun sa Forbes list na yan, isa-isa ko silang na-check. Check. Thank you God. So, and I thank you for the confidence that you have in me in giving this to me because it's a launch. And it's parang sabi ko nga when it was being discussed with me, I said, I think they're the richest startup. Oh, because diba, it is a startup, diba? If you think of it that way, but you are going into a multi-billion peso industry. Because I asked you that earlier during lunch. Sorry, can you share it again? How much is it pag ang bottled water consumption natin here in the Philippines? When you sum total it, both the 5-gallon ones and these bottles.
The overall water industry in the Philippines, it's a 125 billion industry.
Billion yun ah. 125 billion pesos a year ang ginagastos nating mga Filipinos sa tubig. That if you think about it, 25 years ago, hindi naman tayo gumagastos for that. But as a mother, di ba, I remember that na a big expense when you after breastfeeding, di ba, dun sa formula, there was this certain brand that was recommended by the pediatrician. And because may added calcium siya and fluoride para strengthen yung teeth. So, as a mother ako, I spent extra for that. And that water was times 5 the cost of the other water. So, but then this one is really good and you said it's safe even for babies. So, dun ako natuwa when I found out about that because that's really being a responsible company because you have to start now. If you want brand loyalty, start it young. And then, when I checked also, sabi ko, is my water coming from you in my house? Yes, thank God. Manila Water din pala yung tubig namin sa bahay. So at least yung nagpo-flow na tubig sa amin also comes from your parent company. So sabi ko, yay, walang conflict.
Thank you very much, Miss Kris. Sir Dane, would you like to share a few words also, perhaps for Miss Kris also?
I don't know what else I can say. Apparently, Kris.
You can have mine.
What else I can say? Apparently, Kris knows a lot about our product. I'm amazed. We had lunch earlier, and I guess what I can say is we're so happy that Kris is endorsing our product, and I can see a lot of similarities between Kris and actually our product because of the short span of conversation we had. She's a very, very loving mother. I think you mentioned about your boys about 15 times as well.
Sorry.
She talks about her boys all the time and cares for them, brings the best for them. And so I think the values that she cherishes and espouses are in line what we have as a healthy family. I'll let you in on a little secret of mine. We have been thinking about bottled water, Manila Water, for several years now. But I was the fiercest antagonist on bottled water before. Kasi, sabi ko, why would, I was member of the Marco in Manila Water, and then we would have arguments. And I would say, bakit kayo nagbebenta ng bottled water? Then yung tubig namin sa gripo is perfectly safe to drink. You can actually drink the water in your gripo levels.
Okay.
No, but that was the argument. So in the survey, why is it that bottled water keeps on getting sold when you can actually drink the water in your taps if it comes from Manila Water? We found out that 8 out of 10 people do not drink the water in the tap. And that's because of 2 reasons. One is, there is the aftertaste of chlorine. We are required by law to put chlorine in the water para protection kahit na may makapasok na contaminant, yung pang-konting protection. The second reason is because people are not sure about the pipes in their homes. Baka if you live in a condo and there's a tank, baka hindi nililinis yung tank. Or you have a tank in your home, baka hindi nililinis. So they're not sure. So to be sure, they want to go to pure water. You're sure about your home. So we thought, okay, if we do that, we want to do it in a way that will help people as well. And this Kris knows also, and she admires the business model that we have. What we did is instead of building our own logistics facilities and delivering to supermarkets and restaurants, what we did is we engaged communities so that we sell through partner distributors in the community. So yung may-ari-ari ng LPG dealership, may-ari ng sari-sari store, we provide a living to these people as well. So we have an ecosystem of people, we help the community. At the same time, we are selling top quality packaged water at par or even better than those name brands that you buy, but only at a fraction of a cost. Those big 5-gallon waters you buy in the supermarkets will cost you, what, 150? 150 pesos. We are selling this one retail at 50 pesos for the same quality, if not better than. Now, you go to refilling stations, of course, you can buy a little bit cheaper, but they are not FDA and DOH certified. So for us, you can be sure that it's pure. At the same time, it is economical for ordinary households, and we help people in the community. I've in the short conversation we had with Kris kanina, she is so much about sustainable living, healthy living, and so we are very happy, and a water addict as well. So I'm very happy that we found the perfect person to represent the product. So Kris, maraming salamat.
Thank you.